Today on All Things 80s we have a tour of my rock and roll memorabilia. Welcome back to All Things 80s. Now, I've had a number of requests asking to see more of the memorabilia I have on the walls around here. So I finally decided today's the day, so I'm going to go around the room and give you a quick tour of everything I have from a lot of famous rock and roll bands. So let's get started, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so starting by the kitchen, I have this poster signed by Kirk Hammett of Metallica, where he was presenting a special presentation of the 1934 movie The Black Cat. So it's a pretty cool poster, and very cool that Kirk has in fact signed the poster. So next up we have Duran Duran's Astronaut CD sleeve signed by the band. So there's John Taylor, Andy Taylor, Nick Rhodes, Simon Le Bon, Roger Taylor. That was pretty cool. That was when they got back together as the original lineup. And I also, that same day, saw them perform live in New York City, which I have a video of in my older videos. That was pretty cool. Now we have Frankie Bello from Anthrax and David Ellefson from Megadeth, who were doing a Hartkey bass amps promotional thing in New York City a number of years ago. I actually got quite friendly with the guys in Anthrax, and we'd frequently meet up with them when they played in New York. And I've met David Ellefson a number of times. He's a really, really nice guy. So this display, which I really do need to get reframed professionally, was from a wonderful day when my wife and I got engaged in the presence of Kiss. So that was our, professional picture together. Then that's just me and the band, just her and the band, and a number of, backstage shots. Gene, Eric Singer, Paul, Tommy Taylor. Now this was when I was popping the question with Gene, watching over things, and then that's him giving me his seal of approval. Of course, we got all the guitar picks, the meet and greet wristband, the lanyard and backstage pass and tickets and things. Wonderful, wonderful day. But as I said, this display I made is starting to curl up everywhere, so I will have to get that done professionally at some point. And during that, I did get the Destroyer album signed by the band. This is a signed Motorhead album, The World Is Yours. And of course, very important there's Lemmy's signature. Next up, Duran Duran, my first Duran Duran album, signed by the band, except Andy Taylor, which is a bit unfortunate. Now this is not signed, but it is my first ever album. Not this exact one, I got it on cassette when I was 6 or 7 years old, but it's a very important album for me because it was my first ever, and that's what kind of got me into music. Now, because I live in a tiny New York City studio, there's not a great deal of space. I've had to remove certain things. So here's some extras I don't have hanging up at the moment. Another David Ellefson Hartkey promotional poster thing signed. Again, Frankie Bello from Anthrax, another signed one. Here are a collection of Motorhead guitar picks with a nice Ace of Spades playing card in the middle there. This is who? This is, of course, Jason Newsted, formerly of Metallica. So I met him as part of his solo band Newsted a number of years ago. Rob Caggiano, formerly of Anthrax, currently of Volbeat. Got quite friendly with him, and there was one instance after a show where him and I were drinking rather excessively, and that's the last time I wet the bed. That's how drunk I was. And this one is Mike Portnoy, formerly of Dream Theater. So in this shelf I have my musical action figures or statues. So in the back There is Lemmy, looking quite cool. We've got Zach Wilde and Dimebag, two of my absolute favourite guitar players. There's Johnny Cash, the Man in Black. Quite cool. We've got Elvis Presley from the '68 comeback special. I think that's my favourite Elvis. He just looks so cool in that all leather outfit. In the back here, we've got Eddie from the Iron Maiden Somewhere in Time cover. John and Richie from Bon Jovi. Now, in the back there, you can see the Iron Maiden Trooper single. And that was signed by drummer Nico McBrain. Got my pass for the Jason Newsted show. This is the band Hell Yeah, signed, which obviously includes Vinnie Paul. A couple of promotional items there from Fender. There's a Hell Yeah shot glass. Got some Volbeat guitar picks. That's a Black Label Society scented candle, believe it or not. We got some guitar pick tins there. There's Black Label. We got Motorhead back there. There's a Lemmy. We've got, what's this? A Zakk Wylde promotional card and an Anthrax keychain bottle opener. So this shelf is quite a mess. It's absolutely covered in dust. I need to really address this, but I've got so many little bits and knickknacks here. A couple of Beavis and Butthead bobbleheads. Got more guitar picks there. There's a David Ellefson of Megadeth. We've got, this was a Kirk Hammett pick I got when I met him when he was signing his horror film collection book. Paul Stanley got that during his book signing. There's that more Volbeat picks. We've got see, Jason Newsted pick, Damned Things pick, Volbeat pin. There's a Jason Newsted signed CD. Sebastian Bach, formerly of Skid Row, signed. Anthrax, Greater of Two Evils. I was there for the recording of that, and my picture is in the CD sleeve, which is kind of cool. And the back there, this Anthrax pocket watch is a promotional single I got back in the, I guess it was early 90s, signed by the band, along with In My World single that's signed. Got a Scott Ian figure with his Jackson soloist guitar. A couple of Iron Maiden beer bottles there. More Iron Maiden beer bottle caps. Yeah, I was in the Kiss army. It's a Kiss gold ring. I think we got that at the concert where we were backstage. More guitar pick tins and things. More signed stuff. There's a Volbeat CD back there that's signed. So is there I think there's a Damn Things there. Kiss incense. More signed Megadeth sleeves there. There's my Duran Duran Tops cards from the 80s. And this is my original Duran Duran keyring I got when I was a kid. Kept that. It's got Simon Le Bon. I don't know why. I'm assuming that was the only one they had because he was not my favourite member. And these are cool. These are my Adam and the Ants pins I had as a kid. It's like the Stand and Deliver. And this one is just Adam Ant. Those things are getting close to 40 years old. In fact, they probably are 40 years old, I would imagine. What's this one? Kiss Army keychain. These are what, rosary beads, I think they're called. I'm not a Catholic, so I don't know, but Anthrax were giving these out for their worship music album release party. Kiss wristbands, Motorhead beer bottle, Kiss 7-Eleven cups, those were pretty cool, and more Iron Maiden beer bottles and can. And over here I have my signed Kiss posters. There's Gene, Eric Singer, Paul Stanley, Tommy Thayer, and this is posters from the Monster Tour, so I also got the corresponding action figures for each of the band members there. So it's the same outfits they're wearing in the posters. So very happy with those. So this is really cool. This is a Kirk Hammett zombie action figure that he has signed. Up here, that was from our wedding. This is Zakk Wylde signed. Now this one I think is probably controversial. This is Nick Catanese, formerly of Black Label Society, signed, photographed with some of his guitar picks, but I think he is now a convicted sex pest. I'll need to look into that, so I may need to remove that one. This one here, Kerry King, signed picture from Slayer. Signed Dave Lombardo from Slayer. This is Rex from Pantera with one of his picks, which you can see there. This is Duran Duran. That was probably the last signing I ever went to, I think. This was the Jason Newsted band signed. This is Ace Frehley, formerly of Kiss, signed poster, CD, and a couple of his guitar picks. Here we have a signed Motorhead drumhead. Of course, very important there. There's Lemmy's signature. Kiss, Eric Singer, signed drumhead. Anthrax, signed drumhead. Down there is a Slayer, Dave Lombardo signed drumhead. More Megadeth, Dave Mustaine signed. Here's a giant Phil Campbell of Motorhead signed guitar pick, but a giant pick, of course. Iron Maiden. And this is my Anthrax guitar pick collection, along with a couple of signed Scott Ian stickers there. But I was going mad for the Anthrax picks, but they just keep on releasing so many new ones that I had to give up. But I think this one's pretty cool, where it's like the New York Yankees logo, but they've made it into an Anthrax logo. Up here, another Zakk Wylde, and that's me and him. And for some inexplicable reason, I thought it would be cool if I signed the picture as well. So crazy. And there's Zakk Wylde again with a pretty decent pick collection of his. Here's a Megadeth guitar pick collection, and I particularly like the Nick Menza picks because he was into his aliens in Area 51, so you can see the back of his pick is like an alien. I'll come to that one later. Excuse me. This is my Metallica guitar pick collection, and these are my Dimebag Darrell picks, mostly from his band Damage Plan, but I've got one Pantera there. Now this is the cool stuff. So this was just a really great picture shortly after Dimebag was killed. I cut that out of a guitar magazine and framed it. I thought it was a beautiful picture and a really good memory. And we'll go to this one next. This was a poster for his Dunlop Crybaby Wah-Wah that he signed for me. And next one, well, I've only got two more things to show on this wall. Let's just go with the picture. This is my picture with Dimebag. This wonderful, wonderful picture for me. And of course, just to go one better, I have this signed picture where he even writes Dean Rips. So I guess he must have known I'm prone to a bit of gas. I don't know. Or does he mean I rip on the guitar? Anyway, this is probably my most valuable possession, I think. Yeah, that and this picture, I absolutely love having these on display. Wonderful memory. And last of all, we'll take a look at my signed books. So this is a Gene Simmons book. This is Me Incorporated, and there's Gene has signed that one. Another Gene Simmons book, Sex, Money, Kiss. There we go, signed by Gene. Peter Criss, Make Up to Break Up. And there we go. That was, what, 2012? Wow, 8 years ago. That's crazy. Now we have who do we have? We have Paul Stanley. And I wonder if he wrote anything nice. Nah, just a signature. And this is a really interesting book. This is Gene Simmons' Ladies of the Night. It's basically a history of prostitution, which only Gene could come up with. But there we go, big signature from him there. Now we have David Ellefson of Megadeth again, and this was 526 of 1,000, so not exactly limited edition, but anyway. Dave Mustaine, and there we go, Dave Mustaine. Rex from Pantera, and what did he write? Okay, he just wrote Rex, fair enough. Scott Ian again, I'm the Man, and he wrote, Dean, Cheers, Scott Ian. Once again, Zakk Wylde. I like how he drew his bullseye guitar on that one. That was 2012. Wow, God, time flies. John Taylor from Duran Duran. And he wrote To Dean, John. Interesting colour. You don't often see signatures in anything but black or silver these days. That's kind of cool. And finally, Kirk Hammett, Too Much Horror Business. This is a book showing off his horror movie memorabilia collection. And that was again 2012. But I found one cool picture you might be interested in. So this was back in 1987, showing off the start of his collection. And if we look down here, here we have a Kenner 12-inch Stormtrooper. So that's really cool. And that concludes the tour of my rock and roll memorabilia. So I hope you enjoyed that little tour there. I would have to say this is all pretty much from a past life. I don't ever see myself standing for hours to meet another human being to have them write their name on a piece of paper. It seems kind of silly now, but at the time I was really, really into the music scene, and I did enjoy, pursuing a lot of these stars. And as I said during the tour, I did get quite friendly with a few of them. So I have the great memories of it, but like I said, it's not something I ever see myself doing again. But that was my Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So as always, thank you all for watching, with special thanks going out to the Patreons. And please like the video, please subscribe if you haven't already done so, and stay tuned for more videos from All Things 80s.